In this WP Engine tutorial video, I'm going to be going over how to build a website with WP Engine step by step from start to finish. I'll be showing you how to access professional pre-made WordPress website templates to make creating your website an easy process. I'll also be going over how to edit your website using one of the most popular drag and drop editors, Elementor Page Builder, so you can create a professional looking WordPress website on WP Engine via drag and drop. I'll also be covering how to set up your own domain name in WP Engine, how to point your name servers to WP Engine, along with activating the free Let's Encrypt SSL Certificate so your site is secure. I'll also be providing you with a WP Engine discount that will save you 20% off your WP Engine WordPress hosting purchase. Let's get started with the WP Engine tutorial. The first thing you want to do to build a website with WP Engine is to click the link in the description below so you can be taken to WP Engine and so you can take advantage of the WP Engine discount, getting you 20% off. A little disclosure, the link is an affiliate link, meaning I receive a commission from WP Engine at no extra cost to you. Plus, you'll get an awesome WP Engine discount. Once you click the link in the description below, you'll be on the WP Engine WordPress hosting page shown here. You'll see you can get WP Engine Managed WordPress hosting for as low as $20 a month. WP Engine provides a 60-day money-back guarantee, automated updates, daily backups, one-click staging, and premium themes. If you click the drop-down, it'll list out all the WordPress hosting plans. The startup plan costs $20 a month and is good if you're going to have one website, as this plan allows for one website. The startup plan comes with 25,000 website visits per month, 10 gigabytes of local storage, and 50 gigabytes of bandwidth. The professional plan costs $40 a month and comes with 3 websites and 75,000 website visits per month, 15 gigabytes of local storage, and 125 gigabytes of bandwidth. The growth plan costs $77 a month and comes with 10 websites and 100,000 website visits per month, 20 gigabytes of local storage, and 200 gigabytes of bandwidth. The scale plan costs $194 a month and comes with 30 websites and 400,000 website visits per month, 50 gigabytes of local storage, and 500 gigabytes of bandwidth. The premium plan costs $600 per month, and for most watching this tutorial, this isn't going to be a plan to start on. When you find the plan, you want to click it and click the Buy Now button. I'll choose the startup plan for this tutorial. You'll now be on the checkout page. You'll see you can choose between annual and a monthly term. You'll save the most money with the annual term. Next, you'll see add-ons. You can add to your WP Engine WordPress hosting purchase. Site monitoring costs $50 a year. Site monitoring monitors your website and will alert you when errors are detected so you can fix them quickly. Smart Plugin Manager costs $100 a year. Smart Plugin Manager provides automated plugin maintenance. It provides you with a visual regression testing to spot any plugin problems that might cause your site to go down or errors to show. If issues are detected, you can roll back the updates to the previous one so your site gets corrected. Global Edge Security costs $300 a year. Global Edge Security provides your site with additional DDoS mitigation, app layer protection, and a Cloudflare CDN performance booster. Additional Sites is where you can choose additional sites to purchase with your WP Engine WordPress hosting purchase. The cost will vary based on the plan you chose or term. Genesis Pro costs $300 a year. Genesis Pro allows you to build better sites faster and provides pre-built and customizable content sections, full page layouts, and advanced tools for the WordPress block editor. Next, scroll down to the account information section. Fill out your account details. You'll see Data Center at the bottom. Click this and you can choose the data center you want. WP Engine offers lots of different data centers from around the world. Once you are done, click the Continue to Payment button. You now want to enter your billing information in. select that you have read and agreed to the terms of service and privacy policy. Click the Pay Now button. Once your payment is done processing, you'll be on the Thanks for Your Purchase page. You'll get an email from WP Engine. You need to pull up the email and click the Activate Your Account button. You have 7 days to activate your WP Engine account. When you click the Activate Your Account button, you'll be on the Create Your WP Engine account page. Enter a password to be used for your WP Engine account. Click the Create My Account button. You'll now be greeted with a Welcome to the WP Engine User Portal. You can click the Show Me Around button to get to know it. Click Remind Me Later, or click the X button. I'm going to click the X button. You'll now see Welcome to WP Engine. Let's set up your profile. You'll see which best describes your role. I'll click from the drop down and select one. You can also click I'll do this later if you want. I'll click Next. Next, it'll ask you who you work for. From the drop down, choose one. Click the Next button. Next, you'll see Tell us a little about your site. It'll ask, are you building a new WordPress site or migrating an existing site? From the drop down, you can select the option. I'll click Building a New Site. You'll now see it asks which best describes the type of site you're creating. From the drop down, select the option you'd like. I'm going to select Business Main Site. You'll now see a last question. How familiar are you with WordPress? From the drop down, select the one that applies. For me, I'll select I am an expert. Click the Finish button. You'll now be on a Profile Complete page. I'm going to go ahead and click the X button as this doesn't apply to me. I have no team members to add to my WP Engine account. You'll now be in the WP Engine dashboard. You'll see Add a New Site. Click the Add Now button. You'll now be on the Add Site page. It'll ask you who will own this site. Where it asks what would you like to do, you can select from a few different options. Start with a blank site. Start with a guided experience. Start with a WooCommerce site, or migrate a site. Choose the one you'd like. I'm going to choose Start with a blank site. Click the Next button. You'll now be on the site name and first environment page. Put in your site name, and I typically put my site name as the environment name. It might add numbers behind the environment as seen here. This is completely fine. Next, you'll see environment type. You can choose between production, staging, and development. Production is the live site that'll be used. Staging is a copy of your site that isn't published. It's great for testing updates on your site to make sure no problems arise before pushing to the live production site. Development is you can build an experiment before the site goes to a staging or production live environment. I'm going to select production. Something I want to note, you can create additional environments in the site's overview page. Click the Add Site button. You'll now be taken to the My Sites page. You'll see a notification at the top that says your site is being built. You'll receive an email as soon as it is ready. For this, you just need to wait until it is done. It doesn't take long. For me, it took 5 to 10 minutes. Once your site is ready, you'll see the email site created. You can click Access via User Portal button to be taken to the overview page for your site. You want to click Set Password, and it'll take you to the WordPress login page where you can set up your WordPress password for logging into WordPress. Before I go into the WordPress tutorial on creating a WordPress website via drag and drop, I want to go over how to add your own domain name and adding the free Let's Encrypt SSL Certificate, making your site secure. From the WP Engine page under the Sites section, I'll click My Site. You'll now be on the WP Engine overview page. I'll click Domains. You'll see the site is now using a temporary domain of WP Engine. When you are ready to add a domain, click the Add Domain button. You'll see the selection I've purchased this domain where you can input the domain name in the field. If you haven't already purchased a domain name provider I use and recommend is Namecheap. I provide a link in the description below to Namecheap, along with a domain name promo code that will save you money on a domain name purchase. You can get a domain name for most domain extensions for under $10, and Namecheap domain name purchases come with free domain privacy for as long as you have the domain name with Namecheap. You'll see the selection for I haven't purchased this domain. You can click this and WP Engine will route you to domain providers where you could purchase your domain name from. I've got my domain name already purchased from Namecheap. I'll type in the domain. I'll click the Next button. You'll now be on a page where you'll see Point DNS for your domain name. Click the Next button. It'll now say Point DNS for your domain name with the www. Click the Next button. Scroll down to the domains and you'll see both versions of your domain name showing. If you see an upgrade network, this is very important. Click Upgrade Network for your main domain. You'll see Enable Network Update. Click the Enable Now button. Click the I'm Finished Here button. Scroll down to the domain section. Click the Upgrade Network where you see your domain listed with the www. Click the Enable Now button. Click the I'm Finished Here button. Now we want to make our main domain name our primary domain instead of the WP Engine one. Click the three dots over to the right next to your main domain name without the www. Click Set as Primary. Once it is done, find the www one. Click the three dots to the right. Click Add Redirect. From the drop-down, you want to choose your main domain name. Click Save Changes. Next, scroll down to the bottom of the page. Click Advanced Network. Now we're going to use this information to point the DNS. I'll copy this CNAME by clicking Copy. My domain was purchased with Namecheap, so I'm going to log into Namecheap. I'll click the Manage button next to the domain. I'll click Advanced DNS. Click the Add New Record. Choose the CNAME. Where it says host, put www. Where it says value copy in the WP Engine CNAME, where it says target, click the green check mark to save changes. Next, click the Add New Record. Choose a record. Put the @ symbol where it says host. Copy the first A record from WP Engine. Put it in where it says IP address. Click the green check mark to save changes. Click the Add New Record. Choose a record. Put the @ symbol where it says host. Copy the second A record from WP Engine. Put it in where it says IP address. Click the green check mark to save changes. It can take up to an hour for the pointing of your DNS to take place, but usually within 10 to 15 minutes, it will be good to go. Back on the domains page, you can just refresh the page until you see the green check marks like seen here. The next thing we want to do is add the free SSL certificate to make our site secure. You want to make sure your DNS is fully propagated before doing this step to avoid possible errors. Click SSL in the left side menu. Click the Get Free SSL Certificates button. You'll see your main domain name showing along with the www one. make sure that both are checked. Select that you have read and agreed to the terms and conditions. Click the Get SSL Certificates button. The SSL certificates are now being set up. Next, you want to select the HTTPS login to HTTPS only, along with the WP-admin to HTTPS only. Click the Save button. You'll see the status of your SSL certificate down here. The SSL certificate only takes a few minutes to complete. I'll refresh the page. The SSL certificates are now enabled. The last step before we start creating our WordPress site is to log into WordPress to change the URLs to our main domain. Click the WP-admin here at the top. You'll now be in the WordPress Dashboard. Find the Settings tab over on the left side menu. Click General. You'll see the WordPress address URL and site address URL. Change out both of these URLs from the WP Engine URL to your domain name like this. Scroll down to the bottom and click Save Changes. You'll not be logged out of WordPress. Just log back in. You'll see up at the top your site URL showing. Now we want to pick out a theme to begin creating a site. To pick out a theme for your site, on the far left you will see tabs. Find the Appearance tab and hover over it. Click Themes. This is where you can pick out a theme for your site. Next, click Add New Theme. You'll now see WordPress themes that you can choose from. There's thousands of free themes to choose from. Now I want to show you how to access free professionally designed WordPress themes and how to edit them easily with the drag and drop editor. Type in Astra in the search field. Click the Install button. Once it is done installing, click the Activate button. Once it's done activating the theme, you want to find the Plugins tab in the side menu. Click Add New. In the search field, type in Starter Templates. You want to click Install on it, then click Activate. Hover over the Appearance tab in the side menu. Click on Starter Templates. You now want to click Build Your Website button. Choose Elementor for the page builder. It'll now showcase a bunch of WordPress themes you can create your site with using drag and drop. You can type in the type of website you want to create to pull up templates based on that. You'll see a bunch of categories you can hover over and select to build your site. If you click a theme, it'll show you what it will look like so you can preview it. Click the X button to go back to the themes page. Now let me walk you through the steps on how to choose your theme and build your site with the drag and drop editor Elementor Page Builder. Select the theme you want. I'll choose this one. You can upload a logo if you'd like. You can do this at a later time, so if you don't have one now, no worries. Click the Skip and Continue button. You now want to choose the colors and font for your site. You can update these at a later time or change them whenever you'd like. Click the Continue button. You'll now be on the Tell us a little about yourself. You don't have to fill this out if you don't want to. Just make sure under Advanced Options you have each one selected. Click the Submit and Build My Website button. It'll begin building your website. Once it is done, you'll be on the Congratulations page. Click the View Your Website button. It'll now take you to your website and what it looks like. Before we begin editing, we want to turn on some features in Elementor to make the editing process even easier and improve your site performance. Up at the top, you'll see your site title name. Hover over this and click Dashboard. Find the Elementor tab in the left side menu and hover over it. Click Settings. Click Features. Select Activate All. This will activate an easier editor for creating your site, along with performance features to help your site load faster. Scroll down and click the Save Changes button. Now let's go over how to make edits to the WordPress theme and how to use the drag and drop editor to create your site. From the WordPress Dashboard, hover over your site title name up at the top. Click Visit Site. To make edits to your site, click the Edit with Elementor tab on the top of the page. It'll now bring you to the drag and drop editor where you can create your site quick and easy. To make edits to a part of the page, just click where you want to make edits and start making edits. I can change We All Love Nature to My Demo Website. If you want to make edits to the background image, right-click on the section, click Edit Selection, click Style, hover over the image, and click the trash can icon if you want to remove the image. Click over the image, and you can upload a photo to place here, or click Media Library to upload images already uploaded in WordPress. I'll click the X button. If you click the plus icon at the top where it says Add Element, this is where you can get back to where you can drag stuff into the page. I'll scroll down a bit on the page. You can select what you want over on the left and drag it in wherever you'd like it. If you right-click on an area, you can delete it if you don't want it. By right-clicking, you can duplicate something if you need to duplicate it. You can drag something over to somewhere else on the page by selecting it and dragging it over to where you want it. I'll drag a text into the page. If you click to edit the text, you'll be able to make edits to the text like make it bold. You can link out a text to somewhere. If you click the settings icon, you can choose to have the link open in a new tab if you'd like. If you click toolbar toggle, it'll give you more options like changing the alignment of the text, changing the text color. You can undo and redo changes here. If you click style at the top, you can then make more changes to the text. If you click the pencil icon where you see typography, where you see family from the drop down, you can select different fonts for the text. Where you see size, you can change the sizing of the text. Next, let's go over editing the button. I'm going to click into a button. You'll be able to change the name of the text. You can link the button out to where you'd like it. If you click the settings icon next to the link, you can choose to have the link open in a new tab and make it no follow if you'd like. You can change the alignment of the button, the sizing of the button. Where you see icon, you can select to not have an icon with the button. Where it says upload SVG, you can upload an icon. If you click icon library, you can view icons you can add to the button. You can change the positioning of the icon and more. If you click style, you can make changes to the font used and colors for the button. If you click hover, this is where you can make edits to the font and colors on the button hover. Scroll down to this section here. If you want to change an image of a section or add an image for a section, right-click in the section. Click Edit Section. Click Style. You'll see the image if the image is there. This is where you can edit the image. Remove the image by clicking the trash can icon or adding an image if there isn't one there for the section. I'll click Choose Image. I'll select an image I've already uploaded into WordPress and click the Select button. The image is now showing. If you want to add some color along with the image, click the Background Overlay section find the Color tab. You can now change the color. Drag the opacity to the left or right to get the desired look you want. Next, scroll up to the section above this. If you want to change the background color of a section of the site, right-click in the section. Click Edit Selection. Click Style. Where you see Background Type, click Classic. You'll see Color under it. Click this, and you can change the background color of this section. Next, let's cover adding a section to your site. If you hover over a section, you can click the plus icon and then click the plus icon showing again to add a new section to the page. I'll select this one. You can now drag in something over into the section. If you click the middle icon with the dots, you can then edit that section. If you click the X button, it'll completely remove that section from the page. If you click into a section, click the middle icon with the dots. You can drag it up or down to move that section to somewhere else on the page. Next, let's scroll down to the bottom of the page to the Drag Widget Here section. If you click the Starter Templates icon, you can click Blocks in the menu, and then it'll give you lots more page design ideas you can choose from. Up at the top, you can select categories for blocks to show. I'll choose a block to add to the page. I'll click this one, and then I'll click the Import button to import it to the page, to then start adding your own content and editing it how you want it. Now I want to cover the Contact Us form to show you how this works. I'm going to click the plus icon in the Drag Widget section. I'm going to click a structure for the section. I'll choose this one. I'm just going to drag over the WP forms. You can select a form. If you want to make edits to the form, click Edit the selected form. You can click the Create a New Form if you want to create a new form. I'm going to click Edit the selected form. It's now going to bring up the builder for the Contact Us form. You can hover over an area to delete it or duplicate it. You can click an area and drag it to wherever you like it. If you want to add something, you can drag it over from the side. If you click Field Options, you can click on a part of the form and then make changes from the side. You can select to make this part of the form a required or not required part to fill out. If you click Advanced, you can click the part of the form you want to change, and you can select between the size of the form field for that area, and then change if you want anything to show in the form field where they input their information. You can click Preview to preview the form. Click Save to save changes. When you are done, click the X button and you'll be taken back to the editor for the page. If you click Settings, you'll be in the General section where you can edit things for the form. Spam Protection allows you to toggle on spam protection options. Notifications is where you can put in the email the form info should be sent to, and the From email address showing to the person who filled out the form. And the Confirmations is where you can put in a confirmation message that shows to the person who filled out the form. I'm back on the editor for the page. Let's get to know the drag and drop editor Elementor better. You'll see Publish in the top right. Click this when you want to publish changes you've made to your site. If you click the arrow, you can save the page as a draft or save the page as a template to then use as a template for another page you create. To view changes you've made to your site, click the eye icon and it'll show you a preview of your site. If you click the desktop icon, it'll show you what your changes look like on desktop devices. The tablet icon will show tablet devices, and the mobile icon will show mobile devices. If you hover over the site settings icon and click it, you can change things like the colors of your entire site, fonts used, and more. If you click the Elementor menu icon and click History, and then click Revisions, it'll list out all the revisions for your site that it has pre-saved. If you click one, it'll bring your site edits back to how they were at the time of that edit. If you click the Elementor menu icon and click Exit to WordPress, and then click the WordPress icon in the top left, it'll take you to the WordPress Dashboard. If you want to make edits to a certain page on your site, you can click it in the menu and then click Edit with Elementor. To go to the WordPress Dashboard, hover over your site title name and click Dashboard. If you hover over the Pages tab, click Add New to add a new page to your site. If you click All Pages, it'll showcase all the pages on your site. If you hover over the Media tab and click on Library, it'll show you all the images you have uploaded in WordPress. If you click Add New at the top, you can then upload or drag in an image into WordPress. If you hover over Posts and click Add New, you can create a new blog post for your site. If you click All Posts, it'll pull up all the posts you have on your site. If you click the Comments tab, you will see all the comments you have on your blog post. You can easily reply, mark it as spam, or trash the comment. If you hover over the Plugins tab and click Add New, you can then search for or browse plugins to add to your site. Any feature or customization you might want on your site, more than likely there's a plugin for that. If you hover over the Appearance tab in the left side menu, click on Menus. This is where you can edit the menu on your site. You can add new pages to the menu or drag a page to a different order. If you click the tiny arrow, you can change the name of it or completely delete it from the menu. If you want to create a completely new menu, you can click Create a New Menu. If you want to have subcategories show in the menu, just add the items to the menu and place it a bit to the right under the menu name you want it to show under. I'll add a few under Services. I'll click Save Menu. I'll now pull up the view of my site. When I hover over Services, you'll see the subcategory showing. Now let me show you how to make edits to the footer area of your site, along with uploading a logo, favicon, and other customizations. From the WordPress dashboard, if you hover over the Appearance tab in the side menu and click Customize, you'll be on the Customize page. Click the Footer Builder. You can then click an area in the footer area to start making edits to that section over on the left side. If you click the plus icon, you can then add whatever you'd like to the footer area in that section. If you click the design icon in the section of the footer you want to edit, you can then design things like the alignment, title, content, and link colors, title and content font size, and more. You can click the X button to remove that area from the footer. If you click the pencil icon here on the left-hand side, you can then choose how many columns you want your footer to be. You can then click the plus icon to add sections to that part of the footer. I'm going to click the back arrow twice. If you click Site Identity, you can then upload a logo and a favicon, which is the site icon for your site. Click Select Site Icon to then upload your site icon, also known as the favicon for your site. If you click Site Title and Logo Settings, you can then change the logo to your own and make other customizations to the logo area for your site. I'm going to click the back arrow twice. If you click Global, Typography is where you can change the font used for your site. Colors is where you can change the colors for your site. Buttons is where you can change the button presets and colors used. You now know how to access pre-made professional templates, how to build a website with WP Engine, and making edits to it using the drag and drop editor Elementor Page Builder. That is my WP Engine tutorial going over how to build a website with WP Engine step by step. If you have any questions, get in touch in the comments as I'm here to help you with anything you need. Give this video a thumbs up and leave us a comment letting us know if the tutorial was helpful or not, as the comments help improve our tutorials. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more WP Engine tutorial videos.